Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback from Houston, and that's Case Keenum.
Incredible numbers at the University of Houston. In fact, they retired his jersey in 2016. Hasn't put up the same kind of numbers in the NFL. A lot of it hasn't had consistent starting opportunities. But if you got a guy that you want on your ball club that understands your offense through and through, Case Keenum will be that guy.
He'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Lorenzo Alexander's journey is one for the ages. Came out of college as a defensive tackle, defensive end. Got to the NFL. He's played outside linebacker, defensive tackle, defensive end, some fullback, and went to the Pro Bowl as a special teamer before a breakout year in 2016 with 12.5 sacks as a linebacker.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Keenum. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
Hey, we talked about Adam Thielen a little bit last year, didn't we? Possession receiver, makes some tough catches, gets it done, and he's a homeboy. Grew up very close to the Twin Cities.
And showing those possession receiver skills right there to pick up the first. On 1st down, Keenum. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here are the Bills now backed up to get this drive started. Leading them out in his 7th year now out of Virginia Tech, Tyrod Taylor.
In his 2 years as a starting quarterback in Buffalo, he had over 1,100 yards on the ground, so we know that he can scoot. But don't underestimate his 11 touchdown passes and just 12 interceptions in those 2 seasons.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The play clock's running down. Here's Taylor throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holmes. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play clock winding down. Taylor now to throw on third down. Open man is Holmes. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Taylor. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
The record shows that Everson Griffin is absolutely coming into his own as a defensive lineman. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, had 3 sacks in the Pro Bowl last year. I think they'll move him up and down the line a little bit more in the 2017 season to create better matchups for him.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Taylor. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Sharif Floyd with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And now the Bills are out. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They go with Murray again. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They go back to Murray on first down. "25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down."
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
And now a first down following that long gain. A handoff. It's Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now a give. This is Murray. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go up, and it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
From the gun, it's Taylor. There's the first NFL catch for East Carolina's Zay Jones. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Come on, let's go.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
Come on, let's go. Try 38. Try 38.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. The first thrown out for the backup, Nathan Peterman. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First carry here for Tywan Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Peterman on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bills on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Peterman. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Brian Robinson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And he has enjoyed some solid groundwork. And some good holes have been created by the guys up front.
Almost get the sense that their game plan is working to perfection. That what they worked on in practice all week, they've just translated and taken it out onto the field in this ball game. And boy, they're liking what they're seeing.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Bradford to throw it. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football, But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Shamar Stephen breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Peterman to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And it's fielded at the 34. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And we look now at Laquan Treadwell. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Again, it's Cook. A little 360. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Bradford on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Blue, ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. 3-19.
2nd down, Peterman. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, Peterman. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Sam Bradford now along with the Vikings heading back out there. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And that's caught at the 25. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 59 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. effort, hands to Cook on the draw. Spinning past him. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Forbath will put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And Jones has it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Peterman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, Peterman. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now it's Peterman. He's got Thompson here, complete. A good pickup there at 22. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Peterman. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Peterman drops it to Jones in the flat. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. On second down, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Peterman on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year, as we'll send you down to our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Bills haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Vikings have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. First and 10. The long ball will find its mark here, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown, giving them an early lead. Vikings have it on 2nd and 5. Bradford's on point with the throw, and he'll be tackled at the 16-yard line. Vikings still on the field. Bradford's gonna find his mark, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Vikings push their lead to 11. Just about out of time in the first half. Peterman's got the completion here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD, cutting the deficit to 7.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. And we watch now how effective they've been, how disruptive they've been in the backfield.
What's been so difficult for the offense is that you know that they spent all week rehearsing these things, working on blitz pickups, protections, knowing where the pressure is likely to come from. They've read the scouting reports, they've watched the tape. But sometimes, under pressure, that coordination breaks down, and I think that's what we're seeing here.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Over! Detroit!
And the play clock's running down. They'll throw on first down with Peterman. A dump underneath to Jones. And down he'll go at the 25. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Green 39.
Play clock winding down. They go play action now. Peterman. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Robinson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Peterman. Over the middle, complete to Tate. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, Peterman. It's caught. Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Back-to-back big plays right there, and the Bills have another first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a first down carry by Jones. Gets past one man. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that. that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Around the NFL, third quarter from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Blake Bortles leading the charge offensively. They go play action here on first down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Second down, Bradford. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ramon Humber coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. They still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
Cook getting the handoff for Bradford. A beautiful spin and room to run. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Third and long for Bradford. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the ground, Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
And allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackling.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
After those plays, the offense coordinator has feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on? And maybe...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 62 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Bradford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On third down, Bradford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And Forbath will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off the bootleg. Webb buying time to his left. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 1-9.
The play clock's running down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Come on, let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Tom Johnson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're on to the 2nd half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Matt Ryan leading the way offensively. Play clock winding down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Handoff comes to Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Cook following the penalty. Down right around the 25. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They'll run with Cook. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And here come the Bills. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go. White, nothing. White, nothing. Flex round. Flex round.
Off play action, it's Webb. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
The Bills on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Colton Schmidt now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
A first down throw for Bradford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Here again is McKinnon. And an alley to run. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run it with McKinnon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach would agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain and leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Quan Bray now to return this football. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On 2nd down, here's Peterman. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Peterman to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset, and it's a search for a late score.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Peterman on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Robinson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Second down, Peterman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Dupree that time. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
3rd and long, it's Peterman. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Tom Johnson, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Set. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll be a Buffalo 1st down. Now it's Peterman. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. Peterman to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Peterman. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Now let's
One last shot for Peterman. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.